All right. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you may be. I'm Dr. Kendra Albright, and I'm here with Albina Krimskaya, Dr. Albina Krimskaya, and I'm the chair, and she is the secretary of the Standing Committee for the Section on Education and Training for IFLA. And we are here to give you some video information. This is strictly an informational meeting that we thought might be in your best interest not to schedule a meeting just because all of this is information. There's not really much dialogue or discussion going, but I don't want to discourage you from sending us any questions that you might have after you've viewed this video. And we do hope to keep it to a very small amount of time, so it's not going to take up a lot of your day. But there are important announcements and information that you need to have. And so we wanted to make sure that we got it to you in a timely fashion. You'll see a lot of the other standing committees are having meetings face-to-face right now. And again, it's mostly informational. So we thought it would make sense not to have to meet face-to-face, but just to be able to send you out this information. And that way you'll have it at your fingertips if you forget something or you didn't get a chance to come to the meeting. So with that, Albina, if you would switch to the next slide, that would be great. Okay, so I am Kendra Albright. I am the chair of SET, the outgoing chair of SET, I might add, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit later in the session. And Albina Krimskaya is here with me. She's been our wonderful secretary for the past 2 years, and we would both like to welcome you. We have new members that have come in and some that are outgoing, as well as some that will be continuing. So here's the agenda that we've put together today, is just to talk to you about those committee members and see who they are. And then Albina will give you a project overview of the things we've been doing this year. She's also going to talk to you about all the efforts that we've been putting together into the website and social media. She's been handling a lot of that with our communications officer, Joan Weeks. And also she will talk to you about our upcoming session at the World Library and Information Congress that will be virtual this year. And you can see the agenda for that. We're on the program when you get registered for IFLA WLIC. So she'll talk about that. And then at the end, I'm going to talk to you about the next steps about officer elections, the SET newsletter. Albina and I will talk with you about that. And then the annual business meeting, not to forget that we have that coming up. All right, so let's go to the next slide. So this is just a slide for you to see what members are leaving SET. They've served their terms, and these are outgoing members on the left there. And thank you to all of you, including myself, including Jennifer Branch Mueller, who's been wonderful. And I apologize, there's a typo on that. There should be an N in there and Branch Mueller. Sushmita Chakraborty has been wonderful. Thank you. Khalid Ada Hobby, if I say that correctly. I apologize if I don't. Kathleen DeLong, thank you. Michael Gutierrez, thank you. Hyun Sung Kim, thank you. Ilmar Varo, Dong Grong Jong, Robert Montoya, Saif Al Jabri, who's been our convener for the SIG on developing countries, and Valentina Brezhneva. If I say that right, now, Albina, you can correct me on my Russian pronunciation. And Lin Jeng, they're all leaving us. And our new members this year who are coming in, and I hope I say your names correctly, apologies if I don't, Sophia Adeyeye, Nicole Philbrandt, Sandy Hirsch, Juming Ji, Albina will continue this year. She's coming back. Suzanne List Tretton, Jan Maka, Diane Pennington, Laura Saunders, and Ina Urich. Thank you to all of you for being willing to serve on the committee, and welcome to you on our new committee. And so we'll move to the next one. And this is a combination of the incoming, you see those all again on the right, as well as the continuing members now that are on the left. And that includes Joan Weeks, Thomas Chembo Pettigene, if I say that right, Pettigene, Lisa Janica Hinchcliffe, Haweda Kamel, Yasenko Plesko, Jaya Raju, Barbara Schultz-Jones, Anna Maria Tamaro, Hiroyuki Tsunoda, and Sohaimi Zakaria. So this is the new SET standing committee membership for 2021 through 2023. So that's the whole committee there that you see in front of you right there. All right, thanks to all of you for continuing and for coming in. And next slide, please. So I'm going to turn this over to Albina, who's going to give you a little bit of a snapshot of what we've been working on.
Hello to everyone. I'm very happy to welcome you here, and I'm going to give you a brief overview of our projects for last year and this year. So last year, SET had a mini conference in November. We had this for 2 days, and we had very interesting presentations, and you can watch them on our YouTube channel. This mini conference was instead of the session that was cancelled due to pandemic time. And currently we are continuing the project, which is very important to us. It's a Building Strong Library and Information Science Education, BSLASE working group, which is an initiative of the SET, LTR, Library Theory and Research Section, and LIS Education and Development Countries Special Interest Group. This project is led by Jay Raju and Clara Churi. This project began in 2016. That's when this project was born, and it started. And this one of the first results of this project was a white paper, which was published, and you can get this on the website. Uh, this year, last year, and this year, uh, in accordance with the action plan of the Building Strong LIS Education Working Group. The working group members developed IFLA guidelines for professional library and information science education programs. And early this year, these guidelines were discussed in different IFLA regions, and in this World Congress of IFLA, you will hear the results of this. Another initiative of the working group is a map of library and information science education schools. And already now you can learn about the different LIS programs in the global database that was uh, developed by members, and also you can add LAS programs if you know any in your countries. One of the initiatives of the working group is the Student Spotlight. This project was initiated by the intern student last year, and it became very popular. And also, we encourage you to send this link to your LAS schools, so we will know more about LAS students in different countries. Another initiative that was proposed by the Section of Education and Training last year was a webinar series for LAS students project. This initiative was proposed for IFA Division 4 units, and this year we had 3 webinars, and I know that some of you and also some of new members of SET participated in the third webinar, and we're very thankful for that. And this initiative was very uh, popular among students and LA schools. We had 3 webinars, and you can see here the topics of all of them. And we also had very high attendance of all 3 webinars. And right now we have all of these webinars posted on the YouTube channel. Also, we are very proud that we had a very prominent people, professionals, LAS professionals who participate in our webinars. Uh, and it was an honor for us that Barbara Reason, IFLA president-elect, spoke at the third webinar, and it was a very interesting lecture from her. So we developed three booklets with abstracts of LAS students that presented their experience and their research results, their projects. Also, we have recordings on the YouTube channel for SET, and we will be very thankful if you share these links with your friends and colleagues, and if you watch these recordings. Uh, we are going to continue this project for the next 2 years. 2 years, and one of the next webinars will be dedicated to international engagement and collaboration getting started. And so, if you have any ideas for topics for LA students, we will be happy to receive them. One more project that is new for STAT is IFLA Academy that aims at facilitating teaching and learning for a social role. And we are going to present this project in the end of October. And right now we are accepting proposals for this IFLA Academy event. And so if you want to know more, you can contact Anna Marie Tamara and Provider Tamara, who are very uh, uh, instrumental in this and that initiated this project. Uh, we have our campus presence on social media. And I think, all of you know a website for SET. And I would like to attract your attention on Facebook and Instagram. And on YouTube, on YouTube channel, we have recordings of all webinars that we had during this time. And also, we will be happy if you follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and if you provide any news about LIS education and any news from you as LIS professionals. Uh, During this Congress, section on education and training is going to present two sessions together with library and theory research section. And you can get more information on the website for Library Congress. And here is just one of these sessions, one of these events. And we will be happy if you participate in this session. And I turn it to you, Kendra.
Great. Thank you, Albina, for covering that material. As you can see from what we've been doing this year, we've been very, very busy, and the BSLISE remains the jewel in our crown, so to speak, with the good work that they've been doing over the past few years. And we thank Clara Chu and from LTR and Jaya Raju from SET for their strong leadership on this project. So thank you for that. And a many thanks to Albina for spearheading some of the ideas for the LIS student webinar series, which has been, as you saw, very well received, highly visible. Everyone at headquarters knows SET now. And we've had extremely increasing participation and visibility from that. So that's been really a popular item too. So that's been great. So from here, our next steps are we are now facing the need for officer elections, and we have a nomination, and these are for the three officer positions. We have the chair for next year. Right now, Albina is the nominee for that. Joan Weeks is our nominee to continue on as our information coordinator. And we encourage those of you who are interested in nominating yourself for secretary. We would strongly encourage you to do that. I know there are some people who are interested and some others who think that this might not be the right time for them, but we do need those nominations put in as soon as possible. They're due by July 12th, which is not but 3 days from now. So if you're interested in that, please go ahead and do that right now. It's a self-nomination form. If you don't know where to find it, let me know or Albina know, and we'll be happy to direct you to that link so that you can get in there and self-nominate. We have to have someone nominated for that position for us to be able to continue. So we really need your self-nomination. So that's coming up, and the elections will be taking place between the 16th and 27th, I believe, of this month. So that by the time the annual business meeting comes around, we will have our first business meeting, which is scheduled for August 10th. And I saved the date for that, and we'll send you an agenda in advance. And I'll be leading that meeting as the outgoing chair. And then the incoming chair will lead the second business meeting. I believe that will start the new year off. So outgoing members need to come, if possible, to the first annual business meeting, but not to the second one. You do not need to be at that one. So that will be the beginning of the next group. So I also wanted to mention that the SET newsletter is published twice a year in January and July, and so you can keep your eye out for that. And I do know that Albina, who's been our secretary and does the newsletter, and she's done a wonderful job of it, is going to be reaching out to new members to hopefully get some introductions and some pictures if you'd like to do that. We'd love to have that information about you so that everybody can get to know you a little bit better. It's going to be a virtual conference this coming year again. So in August, our annual business meeting will be virtual. And so any information you guys want to share about your introductions with Albina, she can put that in the newsletter. So that will be good for the new members. So those are the things that we have to look forward to as our next steps. Once the new year starts, the chair will help identify projects for the year and which things we want to continue. And you've heard a snapshot of some of them, the continuing BSLISE, which is joint with Library Theory and Research section, as well as the LIS student webinar series and the IFLA Academy. And we have a project on the books with the KM section. So it has not gotten underway, but I'm leaving to go join KM so that I can hopefully be working with SET from KM to look at KM education worldwide. So that's a project that we hope to continue and get off the ground next year. So as your outgoing chair, I will say what a wonderful experience it's been to work with all of you. Many thanks to the hardworking people. Everybody has put in and rolled up your sleeves and gotten down into the trenches and done great work. And it's been such a pleasure to work with what a wonderful, fine group of people. And it's really been an important committee in the last few years. I think it's really been great. So thank you to everyone. And I'll see you again at the annual business meeting. And a special thanks to Albina for all the good work she's done this year as your secretary. And we will see you again on August 10th. In the meantime, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. You have our email, so don't hesitate to ask or make comment or anything else that you can think of. We look forward to your questions and comments. So thank you, and we'll see you very soon.